Social media. During debates, it's either someone's best friend or an enemy. Maybe the proposition is supporting social media, and the opposition says that we hate social media. Well, if that's the case, then what exactly is social media? Is it something correct, or is it something wrong? Well, that all depends on how you use your social media. Assalamu alaikum, everyone. My name is Abihazahra Sharif. You can see my topic there. And I would like to say this, that when we are scrolling through our Instagram, Facebook, whatever, we see these issues, the ethical and social issues that are taking place in today's time. I would like to highlight a problem that's going on for a very long time now, and is a current crisis, the current genocide that's taking place in Palestine and the Israel war, whatever you would like to name it, right? But that's not the only thing, of course. There's so many more ethical issues. One was mentioned earlier as well about gender inequality, so much that goes on. And sometimes we feel this connection with them, We see the whole thing in Palestine, the kids being hurt and bombed. We feel this connection physically, not physically with them, but this connection with them through our screens. Like I personally, when I heard that, we're supposed to be boycotting items, I didn't know them until I saw one day a post that this page posted that these are the items you have to boycott, and there's a link, you go, and then there's a whole list of items to boycott, right? Well, that brings me to my topic today that says that what is our responsibility when using such platforms while addressing social and ethical issues, right? While, of course, when we're highlighting these issues, we need to make sure that we are, being respectful towards the different viewpoints that everyone has around it. Now, of course, it's not just, I will be using Palestine, and mostly you'll hear me speaking about it, but there's so much more that's going on that, we need to make sure that we're highlighting and speaking about it in our social media, right? Like I was scrolling through Instagram that day, and I saw a reel where this guy was on this live chat thingy, and this guy came up and he asked, "Oh, where are you from?" And he said, "I'm from Israel." And he said, "Oh, okay, I'm Palestinian." And the Israeli guy said that, "Oh, this is our defense. We are on the right path of this. Like we are doing the correct, the Israeli political party is correct over here," and all of that stuff. And when we see such videos come up, we'll be like, "What is he saying? Is he mad? What is he saying? What is he trying to say here? Like, you don't see people dying and you're saying that you are on the right stance over here?" Well, this was just one man that was brought up on the social media and say that he's wrong. There are so many more who have that viewpoint that, what's happening right now, the opposers on the right side, they are correct. They are fighting for their land, That's what they say. But is it true? Well, we say that no, it's not the true. Why? Because we studied history. We see the historical part of it. I didn't know about it personally. I'm bringing my personal experience again and again because it's true. I didn't know what it was until I saw a post that spoke about Palestine's history. The reason why this is going on today, I saw and I learned through my social media pages. Now, when we see this thing that, people are like, "Oh no, Israel is right, this is wrong," or maybe any other issue, maybe gender inequality, "Oh no, men deserve it more," all that stuff. When we are saying no to a certain thing, we need to come in the picture with a respectful manner. You're not going to come up today on social media and say, "I wish he dies because he's saying the wrong thing," or, "I wish, goes bankrupt or something." No, that's not how it's done. You're not just going to come here and say that, cut him off completely. No. Teach them, educate them. Those who say that, "No, I support the wrong today," teach them. Tell them why they are wrong. Tell them why I think that my stance is correct today. Look, there's an emotional side. Again, bringing the Palestine crisis. There's an emotional side to it. It's important. It draws attention. When they see all those pictures, it draws attention. It brings them closer to this whole idea. But then when you're just stuck in making posters about how many people died or stuff like that, it's not really going to raise that awareness that you really want. Education through social media is important for ethical issues. Such crises need to be said up out there by education, by true, authentic information, of course. With that, I would like to say that think of it in the real way, that social media is not just for you to see which skincare is, on the trend these days, who got engaged, who is getting married, what day, what date. I didn't get the card. She got married, I didn't even get the card. That's not what it is for. Of course, there is an entertainment side of social media, but these ethical issues need to be brought up. Because if so many people are using these medias, then trust me, when we genuinely educate, then there will be an impact to these issues. Thank you.
Judges?
So, social media, once again. There's a question I'd like to ask, which would be, like I said, I play the devil's advocate role a lot. Your examples have been very much focused and based only on Palestine and Israel. Let's pretend that's not happening right now. I mean, I pray it comes to an end, but let's pretend it's not happening. If you had to give us a different example for us to think a little differently and take us to get into the core of your topic, what example would you give us? The question over there ended with, give an example of a situation that has led to a positive change. So could you, looking at Israel and Palestine, like you very correctly said, it's the emotional part. Is there any other example you could provide us which has a positive impact on using that platform?
So I feel like social media, personally, I've seen clips and all about it, is that, so the previous participant that came in spoke about gender inequality and how that's an a social issue today that, females can't be doing all of this and stuff. I feel like the positive outcome that social media has brought for that certain aspect, for that issue, is because you see, when we see these clips, personally, what I think, how I found out about the example that was given of Malala, let's say, right? She plays a vital role when it comes to woman empowerment and stuff like that. You get to know such people through social media. When they speak and educate, again, it's important to educate. So when they educate about such matters, that, actually woman empowerment is needed. There is importance today about gender equality and stuff like that. So through social media, there is maybe maybe females are still facing oppression and stuff like that, inequality, but then through social media, it is changed at some level. I feel social media has played an important role when it came to changing that perspective about gender inequality and stuff.
Thank you, Abihazahra. So my question will be, having sort of gone through this particular question, this scenario, and having gone through, how social media can be used to highlight these injustices, etc. What are your thoughts on, is social media, according to you, the best way to highlight these injustices, etc.? Or are there other better ways that can be used to highlight some of these things, and what are those other ways?
What I personally think, because there are a lot of debates about this topic, of course, what I personally think is that social media, alongside other things, just go hand in hand. So social media plays a vital role when it comes to spreading, knowledge about a certain thing. At the same time, how can we do it is so recently, like yesterday, it was Quds Day, right? Social media, there was so much information about it, news was going around and stuff like that. But at the same time, we had parade, we had a march. that took place in Dar es Salaam in itself and many other places that I saw pictures of and all, right? I was seeing international country pictures through social media, and at the same time, there was a physical way for me to be here and, take part in this initiative. So I think everything goes hand in hand. So the other way, not only social media to address these issues, but we can also have I would say like pop-ups about it somewhere, there's a bunch of speakers where they come and speak about it, and at the same time there are activities involved, so you don't lose attention span of others and stuff. So there are many ways, but I wouldn't say there is no way that's better, because everything goes hand in hand with each other.
I was going to ask, how do you see making an impact using social media? Like, you want to see the change. How will you use social media to make that change personally?
What I would personally do, which I am lacking, of course, right now as well, because I'm a bit off, I'm trying to be off social media, well. So what I will personally do is, I will try to, I think best way is to give knowledge about a certain issue, right? So again, bringing my favorite topic, the Palestine, issue right now, post about it. But not just, so of course there's the emotional side. Me posting pictures of children's being bombed will bring the emotional side of it. People will be like, oh, how sad. But then at the same time, many people are still, till today, this is a thing that's going on, of course, 75 years. But then since 7th of October that it started to arise again, till today, many people might not have that much knowledge about it, what's happening currently. Because again, we see that there was a hype for it, and now it's slowing down slowly. The issue is again being put down. So educating every day, the daily issue that's happening, I think I will personally think that that's like the best way, is educating people and giving, being the news reporter for everyone else around, because people still view your stories. Even if it's 50 people or 100 people or 1,000, you may have the chance of impacting even 5 people, then you have done your responsibility personally.